Hi guys, Rob Anderson here from Athletic Evolution. Just wanted to touch on, again, from the last video about the paradox of youth sport. So just to talk about strength and conditioning in terms of youth athletes. Now, something you'll hear bandied about a lot is the following phrase, that youth aren't mini adults. So what does that mean for strength and conditioning? So if you've gone to institute some sort of S&C program for your youth athletes, first of all, 10 points for you. You're on the right track and you're thinking ahead. However, there's some constraints to that. So, does your program look just like an adult's program done with kids? So, you see a lot of this, a lot of kind of circuit classes, some big ones that are pretty well known in Australia and America, will just do exactly the thing they were doing with adults with 13 and 12-year-olds. Now, if you're doing that, it's not ideal. So, youth aren't mini adults. Actually, their training programs should look different. So although we still might cover off the same fundamental movements of squat, push, pull, hinge, jump, land, what we might be looking back is things that are a little bit more unstructured, a little bit more fun, more game-based, but also things that aren't as high intensity or as frequent in fatigue and duration. So what we're trying to do is teach these kids motor patterns. So if we're just chucking them into a high-end circuit that's high intensity, it's got loads of fatigue, loads of reps, and not much rest between sets, we're just going to teach them poor movement, and we're just going to teach them how to be tired, basically. What we're looking to do is try and institute really good quality movement skills that we can build on later. So if you've got really young kids, this might be things like animal shapes or superheroes or basic level gymnastics and calisthenics. It might be hidden in hand-eye coordination games or relay races or just fun things like obstacle courses. It doesn't need to be 3 sets of 10 back squats. It shouldn't look like that when we're dealing with youth. As things progress and as they get older and they kind of develop and evolve more into adults and mature, that's when we start to look at adding a bit more structure and it looking a bit more like an adult strength and conditioning program. But it shouldn't look like that at your under 10s or under 12s. It shouldn't look like an adult S&C program. That's not what we're trying to achieve. That's not the way to get optimal results. And it's also not the way to institute it, because actually we're just doing things that are inappropriate. So we should be scaling them up. We should be working through some fun, unstructured, games-based, motor control, learning kind of activities, leading into more kind of structured, typical, conventional strength and conditioning. So in the next video, we're going to talk about what that looks like, a bit of a model for that, as well as how you can start to follow that and institute it. So cheers.